Yeah, Rob can do that.
Rob can do that. And then later on, maybe you will say like...
So thank you all for sending in some wonderful questions, some tough ones as well. During this video we try to answer them. Not sure it will work out. Stay with us. What do I love? Well, that's an easy question. I think it's the people. What I like most about Indonesia, apart from the food and the wonderful islands and flora and fauna, is the people. They're amazing. They're friendly, always open, always easy to talk to. Yeah, definitely the people.
Yeah, there's so many things I like about Indonesia. What I would call is I like the diversity of Indonesia. There are so many colors and flavors of the country in itself. Whether it's on Java, Sumatra, Banda Aceh, Sulawesi, Kalimantan, Papua, Moluccan, and Nusa Tenggara. So I think diversity is what I like most about Indonesia. To be honest, car-free Sunday in Jakarta. One of my best days in the week is that on Sunday morning I walk with our dog on car-free Sunday. And also car-free Sunday is a reflection of the diversity of the city itself. And I'm really going to miss that. And I think it's a big asset here in Jakarta, which will not be there in the Netherlands.
Yeah, I will stay here till about August, and then I will be posted to another country, to Russia. So I will be ambassador in Moscow. Yeah, something completely different.
I go back to the Netherlands, and I'm going to work to make our organization even better than it is today. So I will be traveling around a lot in the world, visiting embassies, and work as an inspector to see, are we working our value systems, are we having the right management philosophy in place? And my personal ambition is to make our organization even a better and greater workplace to work in. So, and I'm really feel honored that I'm able to do this in the next 4 years.
Even as in goods, because I definitely will take some sambal with me to Moscow. But if you mean what do you take with you as a sort of what I enjoyed here a lot. I think in Holland, for instance, we very much live in a fast pace. I have to get on time to work. The trains and the trams and the buses ride on time every minute, which is nice, of course. But a little bit more the relaxed atmosphere you find here in Indonesia, the rubber time. I think that sort of mentality I will take, the positive side of that mentality I will take with me to Russia. Yeah.
Well, the most challenging moments were when we had earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, and especially the earthquake in Lombok and Sulawesi, the tsunami. That was really something which kept us all busy, and was also heartbreak to see what it meant to the people in the country. So I think those moments I will stay with me, and was also the moment when you really were in contact with why we are here for. We are here also to help our people and our businesses. So this was a very important moment for me in my career here.
Well, definitely I think the earthquakes and the devastation we saw. There's a task, of course, also for Dutch diplomats, to look after the Dutch community. So immediately, of course, apart from the fact that we know a lot of people died, Indonesians, you also have to look, are there Dutch victims, etc. So that is that's always a tough time. And for the rest, we are on some topics I will not mention specifically. We had some interesting debates with Indonesians. We like Indonesia. I think the Indonesians like us. So Holland and Indonesia are great friends. But we don't always have the same opinion about all topics. So it happens that sometimes you have to negotiate, and that can be tough because Indonesians are good negotiators.
What amazes me about Indonesia, I think Rob said it already earlier, I think the people are amazing me a lot. I mean, as a Dutchman, you would expect that, you know, our history here in Indonesia, you know, you will be confronted with it when you would talk to the people. But in the 4 years I've been here, I think there was not a moment, maybe 1 or 2 moments that people were reflecting me about, you know, our colonial past in Indonesia. But the people and the positiveness, the optimism, that's something, it's the core.
The library here, that's part of the Erasmus House. And the Erasmus House is a unique institution in the world. It's the only cultural institutions we have as the Netherlands in the world. And it's here in Jakarta, in Indonesia. So that gives us the opportunity to showcase Dutch art, Dutch literature, but also it gives us a podium where we can discuss topics that normally are not that easy to discuss. So the last couple of years, and we renovated the Erasmus House recently, we see an increase in the number of cultural and social interactions we had with Indonesia, which is very much to my liking. And the brand Erasmus House is not only the premises, the venue here, but it's also known in Indonesia for quality products, performances, etc. So I think for the next couple of years we have to stay on that path, give more quality even if possible, showcasing to the Indonesian people what Dutch culture and Dutch art is, but also work together. So we have to connect both the Dutch and the Indonesian forms of art, and we're extremely excited about that.
My hope for the future relationship between the Netherlands and Indonesia is that we are going to work in the near future more together on developing human capital. I think that's something where we can really add value, Indonesia to the Netherlands and Netherlands to Indonesia. I think already a lot of Indonesian students are coming to study in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is also a gateway to Europe to study and the world. They can get a high qualified education. We have a lot of knowledge to share. We have done that in the agricultural field, we have done that in the water sector, in the rule of law sector. So I think in that stage I hope we can continue to work closer together, exchanging knowledge, sharing knowledge, and in that sense I hope that the relationship will prosper between Indonesia and the Netherlands.
He's always right, Ferdinand. You know, in this crazy world we live in, the turmoil, the tensions, etc. My hope for the future of the relationship between Indonesia and the Dutch is that we're just good friends, that we like each other, and from that basic assumption, together we will be very strong. So be happy, be friends. Well, we'll miss you. We'll miss Indonesia. We miss the Indonesians. We miss our friends who follow us on social media. But we're not leaving entirely, so you can follow me in Moscow as well, @Swartbol. That's my Twitter account.
I would say that I have nothing to add to what Rob is saying. So in that sense, I totally agree with the statement. We are still here in the world. We can be followed, and in a sense, I don't feel that I'm going to be disconnected from Indonesia. So I hope you stay there.
Yeah.
Bagus sekali.
With it.